In fact, the Chelmsford public were absolutely gutted when that happened, you know. Especially Peter Leggett, because he was really good, Peter.
Yeah, it was.
I'm surprised. He was a bit unlucky because I think Bill Lee was on the verge of selling him to Sheffield United. Oh yes, he had quite a good. There was going to be quite a bit of money coming for Peter Leggett, but he'd done that hamstring and it was never any good after that. Peter's always. But I think Sheffield United were offering big money for Peter. Yeah.
Skillful, but I think a bit frustrating maybe sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes Bill and I, we used to, he'd fly down the wing and drive it over, you know. But I liked him. He was good, Peter. On his day, if you said Peter, like that Ronnie Radford, who scored that goal for Hereford against Newcastle United. He was playing left back for Cheltenham one day and Chelmsford City. That was the season when I was with Chelmsford. And I said to Pete, you can take him, he's slow. And Peter was brilliant. We won there 4-2, but I mean, Peter was the one, he was just really good player, Peter Leggett. I liked him.
Surprising he didn't go on to greater things, really.
Yeah, Peter should have done, really. That was just one of them things. Sometimes you have a little bit of luck in football and, you know, someone sees you and you can go, but I thought Peter was genuine league player, definitely. No question about it. In fact, Jeff Hurst's dad, Charlie, who I played with, said, oh, he's really good, Tony, you know. Because West Ham wanted Peter at one time, you know. When he first came to Chelmsford, they were very interested in Peter. Yeah, I know that nearly happened, but it didn't. You see, sometimes, and of course, in them days, a lot of the clubs didn't take, unless you was with a big club to start with. Not many of them wanted to buy non-league players, you know. But Peter should have been playing in a high level. He was terrific.
Yeah.
No doubt about it, in my opinion, and I'm pretty fair judge. I think Peter would have made it easy, no problem, on his day. But of course, like everything else, Peter had bloody shockers and all sometimes. I mean, you know.
Yeah, and of course Terry Eaves went on to become captain of United,
yes,
and well into the time of the Football League. So
he played a lot of games, didn't he, in the Football League, Terry?
Yeah, he did very, very well, didn't he?
Yeah. He was telling me he played 280 games for Cambridge United, didn't he? Yeah, I found out. I said, did you, Terry? Yeah, he's a good boy, because I was brought up with Terry. We come from up the rough end part of Chelmsford, you see. Yeah, we come from the rough end of Chelmsford. But, yeah, lovely lad, Terry.
Yeah, in fact, during that time, 68, 69, I think the run into the season, a lot of it was based on clean sheets, wasn't it? They kept about 7 clean sheets in a row.
That's right.
I think you were particularly impressed with Joey Baker at the time.
Yeah,
He was a very good centre back, wasn't he?
Yes, he did. He played well, actually, Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, and so did the other, the young lad at left back. Left back was
Brian Grant.
That's him, Grant. He played. He had a spell there where he was playing well. And the other boy was that's it, Jimmy Thompson. Yeah, I always say Robin, Jimmy Thompson. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hardy as well.
Because he stayed there quite a while, Jimmy Thompson, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He is. And of course, you had Rodney Slack in goal.
Yeah, Rodney was very good.
Big favourite of the fans.
Very good. Rodney was very, very good because Keith Barker was there at the time, wasn't he? And Bill wanted to play Keith Barker at times, didn't he? But I mean, Rodney was the better of the two. Very good goalkeeper.
Very acrobatic, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, very, very lively sort of boy.
Yeah. Well, we come to the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And United are top of the table on goal difference. Down to Kettering, so they need to win the league.
Yeah.
And well, tell us what happened next.
Well, did you know I had a hamstring injury?
Huh.
And Bill, because I told Bill that I wasn't playing, he said, "You're bloody playing, whatever happens." And I had to come through to Cambridge University and have treatment on the back of my leg for the whole week. I forget what it was, a huge bloke used to put a warm ball on the back of my leg. For a week I had to drive through to Cambridge and have this treatment and then play on the Saturday, because in fact my hamstring went in the game against Kettering. During that I'd scored 3 and I think I would have got 5 the way it was going on, but I had to come off 20 minutes from the end. And Terry, against Kettering, I came off 20 minutes from the end, and Terry Eads came on. He was sub.
Yeah. But of course, it was the last day of the season, and because you scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
And
but
that won the out of the league.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we knew it was very important to win. Whatever happened, we had to win. And I got 3, and I think I would have got more, but it's just my hamstring went again.
You still got 3 goals there.
That's right. Yeah.
Blimey. The atmosphere must have been.
Yeah, that was brilliant, because I think there was about 7,100 there, wasn't there?
A big crowd.
Yeah. Terry Eade said you've come off for an extra cheer, haven't you? That's what Terry said to me. He said you bloody come off, Tony. But cause I don't think Terry wanted to go on, you know. He said, bloody hell, Tony, what you come off for? I said, well, my hamstring's gone, Terry.
I bet you did get an extra cheer as well, didn't you?
They were pleased, weren't
Fantastic,
they?
yeah.
Well, because it was the first year like they'd won the Southern League, and let's be fair, because Cambridge United went through a really sticky time at one time, didn't they? Because I mean, the fans saved the club, didn't they? They were a little bit like how Chelmsford are now. I mean,
so what do you think made United the champions? So was it the whole team? Yeah,
I think we did have a good side, and I think it proved that when we went to Wigan in you know, that encounter with them at Wigan, and then against United at home, but we were a good side. We were a very good side, you know.
Yeah.
Were there any characters in that side?
Oh yeah, there was some good play. I mean, John Gregson was a good footballer. You know, he's a very quiet sort of lad, but he's a very, very good, skillful boy, John Gregson.
Yeah, did you see a lot of each other sort of off the pitch as well?
I've never seen John ever since. No.
Or about all the others at the time, did they mix socially?
Oh yeah, sociably we had a good. There was a good. Yeah, I enjoyed the Cambridge lads were brilliant, and because when we went, they treated us to this holiday after winning all the trophies. We won 3 trophies, you know. We won the league, the cup, and then we won the Eastern Flood League.
Yeah.
And they treated us to a fortnight in Salou. And we had, you know, that was a good mixture, because you all went away and your wives were allowed to go and your children. I had 2 girls at the time, and yeah, brilliant. Wow. Yeah, it's brilliant.
So we were well looked after.
Oh yeah, they were brilliant. They really were good. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So the next season you're still the first choice.
Yeah.
But in November you got another suspension. you only got booked 3 times. So that means you got suspended for 5 weeks. Seems really harsh these days.
5 weeks.
Yeah, for 3 bookings. That's amazing, isn't it?
I knew I got a month. Did I get another 5 weeks?
Yes, that's so at the time, but.
I think that's probably why Cambridge United let me go then. Gosh.
Yeah, obviously, but people were booked obviously a lot less often than they are now. They're booked all the time now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So bookings are very. So it was.
I had a dust up with a bloke Stevens, who was playing for Cambridge City, and then McNally, who was Brendan McNally. I know.
He's at City, wasn't he?
He was at Cambridge City and all, wasn't he, Brendan? He spat in me bloody eye at the corner. He was having a corner and he spat in me bloody eye.
So, yeah.
But then, I got a lot of stick, so yeah, people were always going to kick me. Yeah, they was always going to kick me, those, you know.
Yeah, what was your style then? Were you sort of a nippy sort of player or more physical?
Well, I would say, if I'm truthful, I mean, I wasn't in the Jimmy Greaves lot, you know, because Jimmy was so skillful and so brilliant. But I would say I was a little bit like Wayne Rooney, you know. I was always about and hard to knock off, and I wouldn't let people keep kicking me because I had to fight my own battles, you know. I couldn't stand that people keep kicking me. I had to retaliate, which is, you know, you're not supposed to do, are you? You know. It's well, there's something in your blood, isn't it? You either do it or you don't. It's not nice, but yeah, unfortunately I did.
Well, you have to compete, don't you?
Well, I think that's what it was all about. You know, I was very competitive. Yeah.
Well, you stayed at United until February 1970. Then you were allowed to return to Chelmsford.
Yeah. But Bill dropped me, didn't he? Bill dropped me after the Southern League, after we got knocked out of the FA Cup, I think, 3-2.
Okay.
We lost 3-2 to Chelmsford, and Bill said Tony never tried a leg. And that is what Bill said, and I heard about it. And because that's the first time I'd ever had words with Bill. Bill dropped me and said, Chelmsford want you to go back, Tony. Chelmsford want you.
Oh.
So I thought, well, if Bill's telling me that, he doesn't want me here. Which was fair enough. I said, right. And Jeff Walker had said to me, Tony, whatever you do, come back, I'll get you 500 quid. And because at my age, I mean, I was 33, 34 when I played for Cambridge United. And I thought, I've got to get back and I'll get that. And that's what happened. I didn't get me £500 actually, because what actually happened, when I came back to Chelmsford the very next day, Brentwood and Worley took the club over. And poor old Jeff Walker got the sack immediately, and then Bumstead come in. And I explained to him, I said, Dave, the club, Jeff has promised me 500 quid, I've come back. I said, and you're taking the bloody... He said, well, look, Tony, the only thing I can do for you is I'll play a testimonial at the end of the season. I can't do nothing else to help you. I can't give you 500 quid because it's out of my hands. And to his word, that's exactly what he done. And I got £626
Cool.
in the finish. Dave Bumstead said, thank you, Tony, and that was it. And I even played for him. He wanted me so I played for him for a year, Dave Bumstead, and then the following year, and then of course I was getting on then, 37, 30, he let me go, and then they won the championship again, didn't they, Chelmsford? A lot of people didn't want me to go, did they? I know Rodney Slack and them didn't.
No, you've done so well for us, you know.
Rodney said, why are you going, Tony? I said, well, Bill knows why. He said I didn't try a leg in that game what we lost to Chelmsford. But I like Bill, you know. I did one day when I got caught up with my second wife. I went through and I thought I must go round and say hello to Bill because he was manager of Cambridge City, wasn't he? Mm. And he was there, and someone said, "There's someone here to see you." And I went in to see him. He said, "I've got a bloke out there. I don't know who he was." And he said, "I'm going to tell him how to bloody score. You're going to tell him how to score bloody goals," he said. But yeah, Bill. But there you are. I liked him, and I would never say a bad word against him anyhow. So.
In fact, Bill came back to manage Chelmsford.
Yes, he
70s,
did.
Didn't he? As well,
yes,
briefly.
Yes, he did.
They had a bit of falling out with the directors, I think.
Yeah, he did.
But
yeah.
you were presumably you were gone by then.
Oh yeah, I was just a spectator. He done a good job at Chelmsford. They never give him a chance. He was never given a chance. See, Bill was a forthright sort of strong-worded man, and he upset people along the way, didn't he?